do you see the quantum attacks coming in the future? All this quantum technology will be impacting your cybersecurity strategy, especially because you're coming from financial sector, in the sense to make your digital transactions secure in the payment system.
Thanks for that question. I think trust and cyber resiliency is the foundation of digital transaction, especially financial transaction. And every transaction that we process currently, right, be it in Malaysia, right, within our network and also cross-border, relies on encryption. So when you make payments, when you in the room make payments through your bank, right, that communication is secure through SSL, and also between us and the bank, there's a mutual authentication as well to ensure that, hey, it's actually, you know, the right bank that we're connecting to, and every transaction is digitally signed, right? Now with quantum computing, so earlier today we heard about Shor's algorithm that was invented by Peter Shor. He proves his algorithm essentially provide a method to break classical or public key-based cryptographic algorithm and ECC. What does it mean? It means that the underlying protection of digital transaction is useless, right? Encryption will be rendered useless with the rise of quantum computing. So we're talking about encryption, we're talking about public key infrastructure, all this will be useless. Any data that is encrypted or digitally signed will be cracked, right? However, that being said, right, I sound like I'm spreading, what do you call this, a terror, right? Fear, right? I sound like I'm spreading fear. But the threat today in the industry is what is called store now, decrypt later. It means that I don't need to encrypt the traffic, the network traffic or the transaction, right? I just collect it and then I store it, right? And then when somebody managed to implement Shor's algorithm on a quantum computer, then I can use that, the threat actor can use that to decrypt the data. Now this is no difference than what has been going on since the Cold War, right? So the US, for example, has been intercepting, back then it was called USSR, right? The communication, even though it goes through microwave network and satellite, they've been collecting it and slowly decrypt it. You know, it may take them 15-20 years. So those are the threats that we're seeing today with quantum computers. Yeah. So I hope that explains the threat and the risk, to not just financial transactions, but to privacy, to data security, and so on and so forth.